We're back.
Me, or did that music sound really sad at first? The countdown
Oh
music?
no, 100%. Did somebody die? I don't.
Well, no. This episode so far, no one has died between when you and I talked before the show and when we rolled. So thank goodness for that.
Yeah. StreamYard also added a thingy on the video clips. There's now like a bar on the bottom that shows how far along they are. StreamYard updating it. Sponsor us, StreamYard. Yeah, we're back.
I'm so sorry for the lateness. I can't tell the story now, but I'll be able to tell the story in some number, an indeterminate number of weeks. And also, I cut my finger really bad, so
Yikes.
if it bleeds through the band-aids, my bad. Gross. I'll pass out. It'll be fine.
Just wipe it on the camera. As one Sam Raimi made, we can hint to the future of topics, but yeah, we can.
This is a little bit of a mess. I just want everyone to know you are getting nth degree just off the wall because stuff has been happening. I stood up today for a really long time, physical therapy.
Congratulations.
And I got sweaty, and so I'm kind of stinky and terrible. Just so you know. Smell-o-vision.
Okay. Okay.
I'd love to greet the aliens though, and the ghosts. Hello, it's been a long time. You've been watching me, but now everyone else can too.
What movie or TV show have you gotten the most distinct smell from?
As far as movie, it definitely has to be Hostel. It definitely smells like a chili cheese dog, I think.
I can get behind that. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, for me, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, obviously.
Oh, it definitely smells like gummy worms, right?
Yeah, for sure. Or like, I think my real answer would probably be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original. I think.
Oh, that's true.
Because also like smell-o-vision, but like as a Patreon exclusive. Are we ever gonna do a Patreon? Probably not. But we could.
I'm not ruling it out.
It's a possibility.
Oh, you know what? I could give you yours in person, maybe. Instead of mailing it.
Yeah.
Sabrina got hers given to her today, I believe.
Nice.
Because Dan is in Los Angeles doing secret things.
I mean, are they that secret?
I don't know who's done what, where, and when.
Fair enough.
I'd like to disclose, by the way, I'm not on painkillers anymore. This is just an authentic presence.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not drugged. I've never been, but yeah, I'm so happy to see everybody in the chat though. It's nice to get back to this. But yeah. Should we we've watched a lot, so I mean I feel like we can talk about that. Also, like if you guys just want to if you want to just ask questions in the chat, I mean we love interaction. We also are going to have some goals.
Yes, would you like to describe them?
Good. Okay, so you're going to make me do it. Because
I'm not making you. I asked you.
That's very fair. So we were very vague over when we were messaging. So at $20, we are going to do a game. What that game may be, I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's a variety of games that we've played.
Or one of those two, yes.
All right, we've done a variety of games, but if we reach $20, we can do a game. At $50, we will do a watch along either next week or the following. We will do a watch along sometime this month. We will say we'll do a watch along.
100% this month. We don't know what it is yet. If you want, when you make a donation, you can suggest something. And then we can always put out a poll based on your suggestions. Or you can just let us pick something. And when I say we, I mean probably me because I'm going to be bossy.
I mean, sure. I
have terrible taste. So it could be John Carter. I'm just going to tell you right now, it could be that.
Okay, like John Carter isn't that bad. Like you could have said like
I
there's
know.
so many worse movies you could have picked there instead of John Carter. Like John Carter isn't good,
Okay,
but
how
it isn't
about
awful. Like
Ooh,
you
the
could
Book
have
of
said like
Henry? Love that movie. Child murder, but separate words, not like the hyphenate.
I- um sure. Yeah. What? Okay. Put on the spot. You have 3 seconds. You pick the movie. Go. 3, 2, 1.
Human Centipede.
Fair enough.
I'm joking.
Um,
You're not old enough to
I,
watch that, Trevor. Um,
is anybody old enough to watch that?
no. Also, by the way, I'd love to pivot because this is going wonderfully. I don't think anyone has ever seen it quite this way. But I would like to announce that. Sorry, I'm looking in the private chat. I would
Yeah, me
love
too.
to announce our very special guest who not only allowed himself to be on the show again, but read my mind and said, I'll be there as long as you'll have me, which for me was more like, you can be here as long as you can stand it. So it was like kind of crosswires, but also kismet. I would love for everyone to give a big welcome on our episode back after hiatus to one of my best friends, Erik Barnes.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I
Hello,
feel
friend.
thoroughly welcomed.
How are you doing?
Hanging tight. I mean, you know, trying to navigate through
Fair
this
enough.
post-pandemic nonsense.
And also the conversation you came into that very clearly was not okay.
I walked in and I heard human centipede, so I automatically knew it wasn't okay.
Exactly.
We are not okay here in the basement. But
It's just hilarious because I'm always upstairs when I do this.
I
I
don't
was upstairs, but when you're talking about human centipede, it definitely is a basement topic.
100%.
Once again,
Whether it's your show or in general. Hello,
I'm the
chat.
only one committing.
Hello,
Yes, hello.
chat.
The collective name of all of these lovely people. But yeah, so it's been about a month since our last show. Did we? Okay,
It has. I think it's been maybe 5 weeks because I got real ill.
yeah.
I'm glad
yeah.
you're okay.
So like I was trying to remember like the last things that we talked about. Like I remember we talked about my Fight Club hot takes.
We did.
I remember like we get a chance to talk about everything everywhere all at once?
No, I don't believe we did.
We didn't.
Ooh.
Okay. So
I'd
it's
like
great.
to talk about it.
Yeah, we can work our way through just kind of the past month of movies. It's the title of the show. I don't know if you can change it, but we can have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of April. Because we had quite a few movies come out. But yeah, so we can briefly touch on a lot of things. I mean, I think it's actually given centipedes a name, whether it be a good name or a bad name. Like it's like it's brought some recognition to the species.
It has nothing to do with the bugs, so I'm fine with it. It's neutral. It's like me. It's like my last name having anything to do with a house for cows. It has nothing to do with that either.
Yeah, for sure. So. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I saw it twice in its opening weekend where I am, which I'm sure was different for everybody because of the rollout. But it's still crushing at the box office, dropping 0% in its 6th week, which is insane after gaining every other. Like, I mean, I'm in love with this movie. It is easily my favorite of the year so far. I feel like it's been like everybody's talked about it. Everybody loves it. I think rightfully so. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have nothing to add. I've talked about this movie so much, and everybody else talked about this movie so much.
Here's the frustrating part, Trevor. I totally agree with everything you just said, and it's very annoying to me how universally loved this movie is. Not from a I'm cool and I want to be contradicting type standpoint, but more along the lines of no judgment if you do. Okay, maybe slight judgment. I am not a clapper in movies. It's not a live performance. The people aren't there, and et cetera, et cetera. Especially when I saw it, which was on a Monday afternoon. But I clapped at the end of the movie, and I became the very thing I hated because it was that damn good. So
I will clap.
Are you clapping at my clapping, or are you just clapping because you believe?
No,
in
I'm
magic?
clapping. I'm clapping at your clapping. We're going full meta here.
Oh, okay.
Mara looks
Much like
she's
movie
seen a
does.
ghost.
Yeah. What's happening? What's that face
wait,
about?
I can't tell if we're still reacting to. Oh, she said Streamlabs.
What's happening? Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is why
Garth. Garth coming in with the. Oh wow, there's more.
That's
Garth
the
coming
face.
in with the.
My face doesn't just look like this all the time, despite popular belief.
See, the problem with Streamlabs is you have to click to see both the private chat and the comments. So
I know.
sometimes, yeah,
I have
no,
like
no, no.
7
That's not on
windows.
you. It's on the system.
Okay, so Garth donated
system is down.
$50.
Anyone get that? No.
Yes.
I
I also grew up in 2004.
I wasn't born.
I was going to say Trevor was not alive. Let's not address it.
We get it. You're young.
But yeah, Garth came in with $50. Welcome back, Amara and Trevor. Let's have a May watch along. My suggestion for a unique choice is Flash Gordon.
I could go for that for sure.
I love Queen. I love Queen.
We discussed that last night.
He'll save everyone.
We did just talk. Yeah. We did just talk about Queen last night. My second choice would be The Princess Bride, another movie that I'd say that I prefer The Princess Bride, but they're both very fun choices. And Brandy,
we can always maybe put it to a vote
20.
because I am not impartial. Princess Bride is not my speed, but I will never ever deny everyone else what they want, and I will happily tag along. So we can always put it up to a vote.
We got to talk.
I feel like Eric has something. Okay, can I read out Brandy's first? It's one word.
Go ahead.
She said, "Games." All right, go ahead.
Games are good.
Thank you, Brandy and Garth.
Randy, thank you, Garth. Thank you for money. What the hell is this about The Princess Bride not being your speed?
I don't like it.
Yes, I know what that means.
I didn't see it as a child. And through the eyes of an adult, I find the human child in the movie very annoying. I find Carrie Elway's infinitely charismatic, as he always is in everything all the time. Princess Buttercup is just so frail and feminine, and she's gorgeous, but she's just such a woman. And I don't identify with it.
It is an old-ass movie.
I know. Yeah. I'm not criticizing the movie, but it's also, I don't know. I just didn't see it at the right time. It's kind of like the difference between I love Spaceballs and Dan didn't really see it. I don't know if he's ever seen it all the way through. Maybe like one time. He does not have any like sentimental attachment to it. He thinks it's fine, but I love it because I saw it when I was like 7 years old or something, you know?
I don't think you're giving it that fair of a shake. You're speaking as if the people's enjoyment of the film is based on sentimentality and nostalgia, which I'm not saying that's not a part of it, but there could. But I've watched it many a time, even with these jaundiced, critical, been to film school, and I hate everything eyes, and it still holds up for me.
But I get it. Though I hate the fact that I don't like love something because it's way less fun to not have something hit. I'm delighted for you that you love it.
Oh yeah,
I would never take that away from you.
No, you're not taking anything. First of all, slow your roll. You ain't gonna take nothing from me.
Second, I know I'm tiny. I am this big compared to you.
Oh, I'm talking emotionally. Secondly,
yeah, because I can be cruel, but I would never be cruel to you.
Yeah. But secondly, it's more of me being shocked and and saddened at the fact of like, oh man, everybody want a peanut? Come on.
Okay, everything Andre the Giant does is perfect. He can do no wrong. Wallace Shawn is strangely alluring. It just doesn't. It's kind of like somebody went to the supermarket, got gourmet ingredients, but then when they put it all together, it just doesn't make a dish that I find palatable and cohesive. But the individual constituent ingredients are pretty to die for.
Oh, man.
Get your butt out of the microphone.
Okay. I saw The Princess Bride when I was young-ish, and I like it. I don't love the movie, but I do like it. Like, it's like, I mean, I'm definitely positive on it. Spaceballs, I feel like I'm much more along the lines of Dan with this. That's really cool.
Nice, Shaft.
I don't love Spaceball. I think I thought it was just fine. A joke or two hit, but overall I just thought it was pretty meh. And like,
well, I love
do think
both.
Bill Pullman's dreaming. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't, won't,
exactly
refuse. By the way, him and Bill Paxton have never been confused with one another. Stop it.
Is that a thing?
That had prior to Bill Paxton's untimely passing, it was for quite some time. So
he's just rubbing his butt on my pop filter.
I know.
I mean, he's a cat. I don't know what you want.
Can't get upset at cats being cats.
That's true.
Honestly, like, are you going to get upset about humans being humans? Yeah.
Actually,
you
can. You really can. And should.
We don't need to get into it. I don't want to spend 7.5 minutes rage talking.
Well,
I'm just saying that cats are different. We should treat them with higher respect than humans.
Yeah, because you're a good boy. Are you a good boy?
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
He's a good boy. He puked not on the carpet when he puked yesterday, so he is a very good boy. He puked on the hardwood floor. I could just wipe it up, clean it. Delightful.
Okay.
Wait, are you good
no
for
carpet cleaner required. It's
like,
hairball season, so they're like licking their undercoats off from winter. So even with the hairball treatment, they get a hairball 2 or 3 times in the spring, probably.
I'm not a parent.
Neither am I.
I don't own a pet currently. But the one thing the two have in common is their open candidness to random ass strangers discussing their puking and pooping habits. Unprovoked, out of nowhere. And the mind reels. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just an observation of mine of like, I go and I'm like, oh, how you doing? And people are like, well, this is what's happening to this other entity and it's its bodily function. And I'm like, okay.
Mara, a response?
It's odd.
Well, I will say that there's a lot to unpack here. Number one, in a small way, in a very small way, it's good to destigmatize bodily functions as long as it's done tastefully and in the right environments. Like, you don't want to roll up to somebody at the bistro and be like, "Hey, did I tell you that my dog really pooped out some nasty stuff yesterday?" Like,
but you did, though. Yeah, that's what you did.
We're not at a bistro, though. We're not eating food.
We're not at a bistro, but we're talking about a movie. Anyway, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Hey, you know what? Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
He was a very good boy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very proud of him. But
yes, he is. You could have just left it
so I think there's a small granule of good to that, but I also agree it's all about how it comes in. I would say that I attempted to make a segue, and luckily not the kind that's motorized, so it wasn't as effective. But
okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna blame a lot of things on injury as long as I possibly can. I've got at least 4 to 5 more days of this.
Of talking about random excretions coming from the things you love.
I just mean like. I'm in physical therapy. I go for my next follow-up on Tuesday. So my joke is like, I'm not going to stretch out the recovery too long. I'm just going to wait till the follow-up where they're like, oh, cool, stuff's not bleeding anymore. You're probably fine. And so, yeah, I was kind of being sarcastic that I failed.
I wasn't expecting the full dissection, but we have it in the chat. Garth asking, that the hypothetical. Would Mara have shared the same info if it was Dan? I'm so glad Dan puked on the hardwood and not the carpet.
Therein lies that is a good question. Yeah.
I cannot deal with people puke, not even a little bit. I'm so sorry. I love Dan. I love him very much. If he is sick, like really sick, he's the same way. If he's got to puke, he's got to go do it very much alone. If it has to be on the floor, whatever, he can deal with it. I love him so much, or I'll pay someone to deal with it. I can't. I cannot.
In the end, in
the
grand scheme of things, don't we all puke alone?
Probably, yeah. Although there's that stereotype though, where like girls
like
have the other girl hold your hair, so that's kind of cute.
Yeah. Well, I pull my own hair, so whenever that.
I mean, just walk around with a little bungee, and then you don't have to make one of your friends hold your hair while you just yak in a toilet.
Oh, so that's why.
No, what I mean is, I just do this, and everything's fine.
Yeah, the sole reason why we all carry around hair ties in the case of puke.
Oh gosh, this has gone really far off the rails. Your parents are never going to let you do this show again, Trevor. And I thought, I had made such good strides.
I'm a bad influence as a guest, and I apologize.
We've had Kaiser on. Like we've had Kaiser on in an alley in LA. Like I think we're good.
In an alley? Is he homeless?
Yeah.
Is he unhoused?
I mean, I don't believe so.
Simon, it's because that vomit is tasty. Continue.
Oh, that reminds me of Rengoku from Demon Slayer. Tasty.
I want to clip that out because vomit is tasty. So sorry,
I'm gonna go inside of here for a while. You guys just keep going.
But got it. So okay, Darth Sidious. So yeah, everything. I don't know what you're referring to, but I will immediately. I refuse to comply with this trend of doing imitations. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Good movie. Moving on.
I agree, by the way. Let me put this way. I just would like to say one genuine sentence. That is an example of utilizing a premise that gives you full and complete creative latitude without it being strictly for the sake of something. Like there's like trippy visuals and stuff, but every single one of those multiverses had a component that was emotional that went towards the main character's like catharsis and journey. And I think that's really dope. Like hot dog fingers are cool, but hot dog fingers in service of something else is extra cool.
Well, that's
everything means something.
Yeah, well, it's because it focused on character. It focused on grounded things, grounded feelings. I mean, at the very start of the movie, in order for her to be able to, access all these different abilities, it's like, okay, you have to love this unlovable thing on the surface. And it seems like a very small, scene for a very small part, but it turns into this overarching thing that later on it turns into, there's some dimension, there's some multiverse, there's some timeline in which you genuinely love this person. And that is also real. And it just gets into this big philosophical discussion about how everyone deserves love. And it does a very amazing job of taking what seems to be small, innocuous things and develop them without even the audience realizing it into big revelations later on in the movie. And that's what is good writing, and that's what's good filmmaking.
Yeah, like I mean, well said from both of you. Like it's one of the I think this and like Parasite are just some of the most recent movies that will go down as this time's classic, like all-time classics of this time. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once will look back on it in 30-40 years, assuming the world's still around. And we'll all look back at this was one of the defining movies of this era of film.
Agreed.
I mean, I just go see it if it's around you. It's I know Doctor Strange is taking over every theater, but even my local art house theater is showing it now all the time. Yeah, that's I will read that. It's
really cool.
But yeah. But no, like my mom loved it, which I wasn't entirely expecting, just based off of like the trailer and what I was expecting, like what I was my expectations of what the film was going to be. But like I legitimately haven't met a person who like actively disliked the movie. I've met people who are like, yeah, it was decent, maybe a bit overrated. But like I haven't talked to anybody who is like, no, this was a bad film.
Yeah.
Which is like it's so special. Also, if you like this, please give some love to Swiss Army Man. Because it does it's not as large scale, but like it tackles it in like it does the same thing where you have a bunch of goofy things that seem like very inconsequential and just odd that actually add up to a very, very special film with a very real and important message. So like I feel like that film's gone so overlooked, and just if you liked Everything Ever All at Once, or even if you haven't seen it and you want to like kind of get a taste of what it's like Swiss Army Man is a great film, and you should all check it out. And we'll yes. All right. Let's see. Oh, we
Do we
didn't
want to
get the
jump
chance
across
to
the
talk about.
multiverse somewhere else?
Yeah.
To one of madness.
Yes, I would like to be
Go.
very clear in the chat, please, pretty please, for people that may not have seen this movie yet. Even big things that have been in trailers, I'm going to try to be as non-specific as I can and just talk in generality, because I don't want anything to be diminished for people that haven't seen it yet. So please don't say anything in the chat.
Yes, please. Also, I don't know. Mara and I have talked about our brief thoughts on this. I don't know Eric's thoughts. I'm curious.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
No, on the idea of lowering the age for colonoscopies to their late 30s for gentlemen, because the incidences of cancers are happening earlier and earlier.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you asked, because that's news to me, and I need to talk to a doctor. Second of all,
I can stick a camera in your butt. I'm trained.
I'm not.
I established certain boundaries with friends, even though I have various other relationships that could possibly do that from people I've met on certain websites. But regardless.
Fiverr?
Yeah, it's Fiverr. It's a TaskRabbit, really. Hey, can you shove this up my ass? Thanks.
Really, I'm so sorry.
There's a $10. There's $10 for you. You don't even have to be good at it. You just,
Preventative medical care is important for real, everybody. Anyways, please tell us what your thoughts were about the movie, though. I know you were more positive on it than I was, and I'd love to hear about it.
Yes. First of all, I did everything in my power to just not watch any of the behind the scenes nonsense. The trail, I saw the first trailer because I watch movies and they hold you hostage. So I've seen them. But I didn't go actively to see updated ones and etc. It is very imperfect. Okay, I was wondering if you two froze or were just looking at me.
No, sorry. I'm just looking.
Well, it's very imperfect, but here's the thing. I'm a fan of Sam Raimi, and I kind of knew going in that this was going to be a very Sam Raimi movie. I knew that there was going to be, horror elements, because that's what we were sold on. And I'm like, okay, I've seen many Sam Raimi horror movies. What do they have in common? And they all look like this. So I think a lot of are there plot issues? Definitely. But I was never bored. I loved the ideas that were there. It had fan service. I'm not going to say it's a very solid piece of cake, but goddamn, the frosting was delicious. And I was in the mood for icing at the time. So that's sort of where I'm coming from. Does it hold up to scrutiny? No, but not a lot of Marvel films do to begin with anyway. So I did watch Dan's spoiler review, and while his points are valid. I also I just disagree with him on a taste level. There are certain people that show up, and I was fine with it. And how they were used, I was also fine with it. And I'm not going to get down to the nitty gritty and do a 1-to-1 comparison, but the fact of the matter is that I showed up, I wanted to be entertained, and I was. And are there things there that, being that I'm a comic book guy and I already know a good chunk of the source material and where the stuff is going and all that, it worked for me because I knew it's like, oh, I come in already knowing all the things. But the film does a terrible job of doing that for people that don't know all the things or haven't watched the shows or haven't read the comics and haven't done that. So it can leave those viewers feeling isolated. And that's my biggest critique against it. But that's me.
See,
I
don't have no problems with that at all. Like, because I tilted, I agreed with you about the aesthetic, though. Aesthetic, just chef's kiss. I love that this movie made me feel anxiety, like palpable anxiety at times. And that is a first. We are 28 movies in, people. And a movie in the MCU made me feel anxious and tense. That's awesome.
That's Raimi, baby.
I know. I was riveted by that. And yeah, some of the other stuff didn't work for me, but I agree with you 100%. It's just a personal taste thing. Like mixed positive to mixed more middle to mixed more negative, like shades of gray. I'm happy that people like any of it. I think that score is a banger. But yeah, like we're not really as like different on it. We're just like gradients apart. Because I know we didn't talk in detail about it. I said I was mixed, but I'm actually like, I love hearing that people are enjoying it though, for whatever reason, even despite its flaws, because it's like Book of Henry, this movie, not like that. Not that bad. But for example, though, it's objectively poorly written, but I love it. You know, like I acknowledge that it has flaws, but I love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Doctor Strange 2, not that flawed, not the same thing, but like, why wouldn't I love that people love it? You know, because you can love whatever you want to love. You can love Human Centipede if you like.
I mean, love whatever you want to love. I will be concerned of your love of Book of Henry, though.
It's such a roller coaster ride of stuff.
Oh wow! Okay.
Come on, it's what lost the guy a Star War. It's history. It's movie history.
I'm not saying it's not movie history, but you know, there have been wars and tragedies also in history too. Dang,
we're going there. Okay, cool.
Eric, can I not love those?
I mean,
come on, like there was the Great War, but aren't they all?
Hey, oh boy.
It's an Archer joke. I just want to make sure that everyone know.
Well,
it's a joke from Archer.
Well, you're dropping bombs, which is another problem. Anyway, had wait until you got a drink, didn't I?
Yeah, that almost left.
Anywho, no, I'm being facetious. Like what you like, but in terms of if you haven't seen the movie yet, do you like Evil Dead? Do you like Drag Me to Hell? Okay. Watch the movie in that lens and not your typical Marvel lens. And then you'll have a good time. I think.
Okay. So I think that I'm probably the most negative here, and I would say that I am mixed negative on it. And I too am loving that people are loving this movie. I know just from like people on Letterboxd, like I think the show Maxwell Dodd, like they've seen the movie like I think 3 times, like 3 days in a row, loving it, which I think is awesome. I would say contrary to you, Eric, I was bored for a little bit of it. I did feel like it dragged a bit. I think with how that's great. I don't know.
Are you having a stroke,
I think
Trevor?
that with how me, I
It's okay.
don't think so. I smell no toast. But
Do you taste pennies?
the way in which the multiverse is
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Trevor. I'm gonna stop.
the way
talking.
in which
The way the
the way
multiverse
in
is
which the
explained.
multiverse is explored.
Mm-hmm.
Explored. Am I horribly lagging? Or is
And maybe it's me because I'm also there's something streaming downstairs.
Okay.
Dan's mom is downstairs, so it could be me.
Stan's mom watching Book of Henry.
She could be
trying to understand.
No, she's watching Human Centipede. She's very open-minded.
Oh, how progressive.
No, she's not. She's watching something top secret that I can't talk about. Moving forward, Trevor, keep talking.
You could have just said she's watching Top Secret, and I would have believed you. The Val Kilmer film.
A+.
You could just lie instead of providing unnecessary intrigue that will never pay off.
It might pay off though.
Doesn't pay off for me.
All right, I'm gonna text
next
you
week-
the episode where I'm gonna pay it off, and I'm gonna be like, Eric, show up for 6 minutes. I'm gonna pay this off.
Fair. Okay, Trevor, please
next
continue. I'm sorry.
A donation goal, $100. Learn what Dan's mom was watching. So I've hurt Mara. But no. Okay. So how the multiverse was explored felt kind of dull to me. It felt very contained. I didn't feel the scope of the multiverse and not even like people are like, oh, you were expecting the Japanese Spider-Man to show up. No, like it didn't feel like you can go to anywhere in the multiverse and it felt like it picked like the most boring versions, like most boring alternate realities, like with the least to do within them. And like I don't know, like as we've pointed out, it's not the most tightly written. It has some serious character development issues, and like I also like I am a massive proponent of the MCU doing different stuff. I think the parts where it feels like it's not a Marvel movie is great. I love Sam Raimi. I love Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. Like I mean that's its biggest detriment. But like I'm a massive fan of how Sam Raimi directs horror. I love his aesthetics that he provides. There is some beautiful shots in this. But like I felt like most of the movie, to me at least, it felt more Marvel than Sam Raimi. And I was hoping to get more Sam Raimi than Marvel.
Oh, well.
It felt like a very watered down Sam Raimi. Like to me, it felt like somebody trying to like a first time director who's trying to imitate Sam Raimi and got some stuff right, but wasn't able to put together a cohesive film that felt like Sam Raimi.
Well, I don't disagree on that, but what the issue, Trevor, is more along the lines of we're taking a Wolfgang Puck and asking him to use McDonald's ingredients.
Right.
And it's more along the lines of course, it's going to be more Marvel-y because that's a Marvel movie, and because of how it's structured. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but I'm just saying it because everyone else out there, because it's like, okay, Sam, you can do whatever you want, but you need to put in this because it affects all these other movies later on, and to varying success.
And like,
but maybe I'm looking at it from the positive end of the spectrum because it felt like the first Marvel movie that didn't feel like 100% a Marvel movie. Like I can discern this one as, oh, it's that director that did this, as opposed to virtually the rest of them. I know they weren't all directed by the Russo brothers, but they all kind of feel like they were, with the exception of the Eternals with Chloe Zhao. But the less said about that movie,
and I will defend Eternals to death. I think it's top 5 MCU.
Wow. Okay, but
we're not going there right now, Trevor.
I know, but I will defend Eternals to death.
You were bored by Doctor Strange and not the Eternals. Wow, bud. I
think
I
Chloe,
applaud you.
I think Chloe Zhao is one of the best working filmmakers today, and I think that she hasn't had a bad movie.
Circling back around here, we're gonna
My brother taught me, the writer Nomadland Eternal. Yeah.
I do think though. I think First Avenger does feel thoroughly Joe Johnston, and I think Thor Ragnarok feels thoroughly Taika Waititi. I think that maybe
you're right about.
I think that maybe that's why they stifled him a bit, and it sucks because I think if they let him go like full Raimi, it might have actually been like overall more effective. So maybe in my mind, for some people, this could be the Doctor Strange trilogy's version of Thor: The Dark World, where for some people they're just like, you know, the problems with Thor: The Dark World don't bother me as much. And other people are like, I really don't like watching it. And then they hit it out of the park with Thor Ragnarok. So maybe Doctor Strange Part Trey is going to be fantastic. You know, maybe this is just a dip.
Couple responses. Number one, yes, I forgot about Thor Ragnarok. I apologize. I also forgot about the Guardians movies, which are also their own thing.
I would even argue Black Panther.
Absolutely.
It feels like Black Panther feels like a very strong creative vision. At least in the world building. I don't think as much so, but it at least feels semi-distinct in its world building and like actually tackling real themes.
I agree with the themes, but the skeleton is pretty much the same regarding just standard ass superhero film. But but regardless, I would not compare Doctor Strange 2 to Thor: The Dark World, not by a long shot, in terms of...
I'm not necessarily comparing its quality. I just mean the idea that, like, I know a lot of people, like, I'm one of them. Thor: The Dark World is not super offensive to me. I don't really mind it. I'm not saying it's great, but, like, its problems don't really bother me. And so I'm happy to ignore them and enjoy the movie. And, I mean... So I lean way more positive on it than most people.
Oh, I don't hate the movie. Like, it's forgettable. That's my problem with it.
Oh no, yeah. This is definitely
it was made important retroactively through Infinity War. But yeah.
Right. No, yeah. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, just based on stylized filmmaking alone, definitely not forgettable for me, but also I think that's partially an age thing. For me though, it's absolutely in the top 5. Again, with no details whatsoever. The very last stinger of the film, top 5 for me. Like, this and Spider-Man Homecoming come to mind immediately, where I'm like 100% worth the wait. So awesome.
Yeah.
Best moment of the movie. Like, for my audience reaction, I'm not saying like me personally. My theater had the biggest response to that one last thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to do it now, but I feel like Eric and I have very different takes on the MCU, so I kind of want to read out my rankings.
It's very interesting.
I kind of want to read out my... Okay.
Go for it.
So
I want to watch the carnage. I'm just going to sit back.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order.
Remember, he's a child, Eric.
I don't think that devalues any of my opinions.
That's true.
Okay.
He can take it. He's a big boy.
Child abuse. So.
Oh,
we are from the top. We have number 1. I do have Black Panther as my number 1. Number 2, Avengers.
Not mad at that.
Number 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
What was number 2? I'm sorry, I accidentally talked over you.
Oh, Endgame. I have
Endgame?
number 3 is Endgame. Yep. Number 3, The Winter Soldier. Number 4, Eternals. Number 5, Iron Man.
Okay. That's your top 5?
Number 6, Thor Ragnarok. Yep. 6 is Thor Ragnarok.
Do you have a list in front of you?
Guardians.
Because I'm not going to remember all this stuff.
He does. I
have
for everything.
I have Letterboxd pulled up. I have Letterboxd.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Letterboxd is my life, for better or worse.
Fair enough.
But yeah, number 7 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 8, I have Spider-Man: Homecoming. Number 9, Spider-Man: No Way Home. 10, Captain America: The First. 11, Avengers: Infinity War. 12, I have Shang-Chi. 13, Ant-Man. 14, Captain America: Civil War. Which I think most people would have low. Number 15, Doctor Strange.
That low?
The first, yeah.
The Civil War. You think Civil War is that low? Wow. Okay.
I think a lot of people still hang up on the fact that they say, well, it's just another Avengers movie titled as a Captain America movie, which I thoroughly disagree with. But
I agree with you.
I do as well. About it. I do as well. Like, my biggest problem with it is I think it is the most dull looking Marvel movie. Like, I think it looks awful visually.
Please at least tell me, though, that the three-way fight scene at the end is thrilling to you, because it should be. Okay, good.
No, it's great. It's very fun. Like, I still have it mid-tier. I still have fun with the movie, but I think it is the worst looking.
It's the worst looking of all of them? Ooh.
I would.
You haven't watched Hulk, have you? It's been a minute since you've watched that one. Go ahead. Continue your list. I know it has.
Yeah. May I interrupt briefly? Simon, are you in Cape Town? Because I've been, it's gorgeous, and I'm definitely going back to South Africa in coming years to visit a friend of mine that lives in Joburg, and I'll probably go back down to Cape Town. So just throwing it out there. Anyways, continue.
Drink to Cape Town.
Beautiful. It's Table Mountain for the win.
It's been like 5 years since I've seen The Incredible Hulk, and for good reason. So yeah. But yeah, 15 I have Doctor Strange. 16 I have Thor. 17 I have Spider-Man Far From Home. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness falls at number 18. Number 19 I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 20, here's a big one, The Avengers.
I knew that. I don't know why I forgot. I knew that.
But Belfast, great movie, by the way.
Oh, love it! So glad they gave that man an Oscar.
Okay, so you have the Avengers at what was it? Number 20, you said?
Number 20, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's another movie that I find incredibly boring. It's just me.
I'm not going to react until later.
Number 21, Thor: The Dark World. Right next to the Avengers. Sense. Number 22, Iron Man 3. Number 23, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Number 24, Avengers Age of Ultron. 25, Captain Marvel. 26, Black Widow. Mara Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and Black Widow as our bottom three because she hates women.
That's accurate.
Number 20, number 26, Black Widow. Number 27, Iron Man 2, and number 28 is The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Aside from a few outliers, I don't have any hot takes regarding your list for the most part.
Good.
Okay. Shang-Chi, Thor Ragnarok, Endgame, No Way Home, Doctor Strange tied for third. That's a solid list from 1 to 3.
That's solid, yeah.
Well, first of all, Iron Man 3 is the best of all the Iron Men.
Whoa.
Yeah. I said it, and I'm glad.
Okay.
And but that doesn't necessarily does not necessarily mean that it's in my top 10 Marvel movies.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's more of a commentary on the other two Iron Man films as opposed to that.
Iron Man 2 is Iron Man quite a bit.
The first Iron Man was good, but Iron Man 3, I'm not saying Iron Man 3 doesn't have its flaws. The villain being the biggest part, and the fact that Ike Perlmutter fucked up the script because they're like they're not going to buy lady action figures. Anyway, if rumors
Barbie,
be true,
come on.
But no, in terms of dialogue, in terms of Tony Stark's personality and character growth, because it's like, oh, this traumatic thing happened to this guy, and it's impacting him, which is something none of the other superhero films really did up until Endgame, which, in my opinion, Infinity War is a Thor movie if we're going to put everything together, and Endgame is just Thor also trying to figure his shit out. I'm trying to remember your list offhand. I don't know why Eternals is number 4, my friend.
Because
God
it's a
bless
great
you.
film. Because it is a great film.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the best screensaver of all the Marvel movies. But
I'm also very drawn
visuals,
to cinematography. I'm very drawn to cinematography as one thing that's probably my favorite thing about filmmaking is cinematography. And I also I don't know, the story, I think it tackles like a threat to one's own ideologies and how that can be processed over time by, you know, godlike figures. I think it addressed that in a really interesting way. I'm not saying that it's the most tightly written script. Like, I still have it at like a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Out of 28 films, though.
Well, yeah, I'm saying my
28.
rating. Yeah, no, I'm saying my rating of the film is a 4 out of 5.
Oh,
like, I don't think it's like a 5 out of 5 or 4.5 out of 5 film. Like, it definitely has its flaws, I would say, most, like, namely in the screenwriting. But like, I think it's directed pretty well. I think that, I mean, yeah, the cinematography is gorgeous. I have a lot of fun with the performances. I think that its themes are one of the strongest in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that screenplay, like, if the screenplay was like good, it would probably be my number 1. Like, it just like a passable screenplay. But it sadly is not.
I wouldn't even call it passable screenplay, but go for it. I mean, I feel bad, not out of pity, but more along the lines of like, I want you to like this, and I'm trying to. I do
like it.
The cinematography part makes sense. It makes sense to me. But everything else you said, I don't see it, bud.
I have no problem with,
God
like,
bless you.
Like, I mean, Wes Anderson's my favorite filmmaker, and I think he has a lot of substance, but like, I have no problem with style over substance. Like, if style takes precedence over substance.
But Wes Anderson has very intriguing stories and
I agree, yeah.
And he allows his characters to show personality, which Chloe Zhao does not. In my opinion, in her directing style.
I beg to differ. I think that Fern is one of the most deep characters of 2020 in Nomadland.
I hated Nomadland. Hated.
Can we take him off of this call, please?
Nomadland exploited a lot of people that lived in vans, and I'm not very fond of that. But that's
I agree, by the way. I'm going to pivot back, though, to talking about liking something just because it's happier and we're not going to be agitated.
No, I hope that this debate was taken in good faith. Not as 100%. One, it's not a debate. And two, God, I am not going to yuck anyone's yum. I will just say, God bless you for eating that trash.
I just know Trevor. I know that he...
I have strong takes. I have
very strong. Not even strong takes. I just know that your love for Chloe is real, and I don't.
I do. Really
I don't challenge your love for her. It's okay.
As everything, everywhere, all at once taught us, everyone deserves love and is worthy of it, including Chloe Zhao. Zart.
I'm a huge defender, by the way, of Iron Man 3, not just for the
Shane Blackness of it all.
Well, for the idea that, as like a veteran with PTSD, I have a lot of like common ground with the, hey, oh my gosh, I have to confront my trauma part. But I think that there's the extra element in there that a lot of people are irritated. Like, well, he's not even Iron Man for most of the movie. He's not in the suit. But that plays directly into that theme because he's confronting his trauma and his own mortality in the fact that he no longer has his protective suit of armor with its technology to, at least if he's going to go fight his battles in that suit. He is a mortal dude that has to just use his intellect and his courage and find himself again as a hero. And he proved that Iron Man's not the hero. Tony Stark is the hero. It's so important. And a lot of people are like, well, yeah, it's great that he cries a little bit, but like, he's not even Iron Man in the movie. It's like, you're missing the point. you're totally missing the point.
Yeah. Get to the Ava, Shinji. That's the story.
Yeah, like if
you're an Evangelion fan, you know what the hell I'm talking about. If not,
I
watch old anime.
I love how it tackles anxiety, and I think it does it really well. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, films to do. It's 8 o'clock, like at least in Central Time. But like, yeah, like I think it tackles that really well. My biggest problem with Iron Man 3 is just like how like incredibly messy the screenplay. Like I think it's so messy. And so all over the place that I don't think it like while it tackles the anxiety stuff well, I don't think it even gives it enough time to shine. I think it's so focused on like bouncing around to all of these different things that some of it gets a bit lost. But I definitely agree with your points about like that. I have no problem with that. I think that criticism's kind of insane. It to like be like he's not Iron Man.
I like that at least, again, there's lots of problems with exactly how they administered their villains, but I like that this is the only Iron Man film of his trilogy of films where you don't have the villain has the same powers as the hero.
Yeah.
Like at least it was something different, even if it didn't all work and they didn't execute all of that skillfully. At least it wasn't, all right, cool, it's another person with a suit or like an arc reactor thing. Like at least it was something different.
To piggyback on that point, I would rank Doctor Strange higher than you did. Yeah, it has the sky beam, which we're all kind of like, the sky beam. But it's the first time a hero just outsmarts the villain and doesn't even effing fight him. And I'm
a big fan of subversion of expectations when it's earned, and the movie totally earns it.
So happy with that.
Yeah.
The Guardians movies I would put much higher. Guardians 2 was not as good as the first, but
I mean I have Guardians 1 at 7. Like I have it in my top 10.
But Guardians 2 is not in your top 10, friend.
Should it be?
My humble opinion, it should. But that's me.
Okay. Simon had a great comment. Anyone else notice how the older Trevor gets, the lower Cocomelon ranks on the charts? Cocomelon is the best MCU film. I forgot to put that on my list, but you know.
I think that's going to permanently be nightmare fuel for me, and I watched about 40 seconds of it.
Guys, sorry, Garth. I know you suggested Flash Gordon and the Princess Bride. We are watching Cocomelon for.
I knew you were going to do
this. 100%.
I'm not joking. Dan and I were like, okay, it's been on the charts for a while. Let's just like watch some of it. And it wasn't even like we could make noises or say words. I had nothing. There's no sound. And then we turned it off and we didn't speak of it. Do not recommend. 0 stars.
How's that MCU? Because it's nursery rhymes. Okay.
A multiverse, Eric. Come on.
Oh God, Trevor.
Well, underneath, there is some multiverse in which it is owned by Disney. In fact, we're in the multiverse in which everything will be owned by Disney.
Oh dear.
Nick, you're about to be exposed to the greatest TV show of all.
Oh God.
Can we do that without me here? All I did was Google it. You can do the same, Nick.
Okay, so since I just brought it up, what's everybody's favorite TV show currently or of all time?
Well, it goes without saying, this is not a surprise probably to anybody. Moon Knight I am the absolute 100% target demographic in every possible way for that show. And I loved it. I'm not saying it's flawless, but I loved it. I have such a close cultural attachment to everything in that show, and I never thought I'd see it. And I have a huge soft spot for where they're taking it because I wasn't sure what they were going to do, if they were going to, do some of the stuff they did. Because moving forward, again, Oscar Isaac, the acting, top notch. Guy deserves awards. I mean, between him and Elizabeth Olsen, it's like, if you're going to get like some prestige acting out of your shows, like holy guacamole, Disney, like you're going to get my blood pressure up. But yeah, love. definitely recommend.
It's a great
okay.
It's a great 2-hour movie stuck in a 6-hour miniseries.
Okay,
in my
Eric
opinion.
and I agreed about an MCU thing.
Totally
I also did love this.
It's like a bath. Some people don't like baths. Some people are like, I'm in for 3 minutes, I'm great, or I just prefer a shower. I will sit in that thing until it is tepid. I was so there for it.
Right, but the problem is it didn't turn tepid, it turned cold, and then it would be a jolt of hot water again, and then I'd be like, I just want it, just give me 2 hours of hot water. I don't need 6 hours of constantly need to fix the tub, especially when you take the bubbles away. And there was a lot of bubbles
you brought up. You brought up. We're getting very deep into this bath analogy. Mari, so you brought up awards. So everybody knows that I do I do a lot of Oscar stuff. I have an Oscar show. I obsess over Oscar statistics because it's why not? Do it while I can before I have to get a real job. And I've started getting into doing stuff with the Emmys as well. I think Oscar Isaac, even though I wouldn't mind seeing him nominated, I think he sadly won't be because I think he'll get nominated for Scenes from a Marriage instead.
Yeah.
But I think Ethan Hawke has a shot in supporting because they nominate like 8 people in supporting. So like I think he's close. But yeah, I think Oscar Isaac would have a chance to get nominated in lead. But like I think if he's gonna get pushed for one, it will be Scenes from a Marriage since that was like a more prestige like. It's based off of Bergman. Which, speaking of, if you have not seen the original by Bergman, please watch it. And then also very weirdly, I think as far as like acting noms, because Elizabeth Olsen won, didn't she, for WandaVision, an Emmy? I'm pretty sure she won, or did she just get nominated?
Yeah, I thought so. I just mean that like if you're gonna end up having like writing that supports a performance that good and an actor that can do it, like.
Oh yeah.
I might actually have to like, and I'm not saying I don't take the Disney Plus shows seriously, but like that's some of the best stuff I've ever seen on TV. Like especially like just the confrontation of trauma that both of those characters had to reckon with, which again plays very, very well to me. But I mean, man, the anguish, love it.
I mean, the fifth episode of Moon Knight was great. I mean,
yes,
and just like
agreed.
It was very, very good. I don't know. It felt like lots of pieces of something that could have been very good. But I honestly think the only Marvel performance that will get nominated at the Emmys this year is going to be Florence Pugh in supporting for Hawkeye. I initially was skeptical, but like betting odds have her in like 4th, which I can always go off of betting odds, but like interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Simon.
No, I agree with you. I'm very nonplussed about award shows nowadays.
That's very fair.
And I will agree that Oscar Isaac was amazing. All the performers in Moon Knight are amazing, but
yeah,
you did a bath analogy. I'll do a different one. I was like, oh man, sandwich, and then 6 inches of just bread. And then sandwich happened again. And that's how I felt about the whole series. It's like, get rid of the bread. Give me the sandwich.
Oh, see, that's another great analogy because the bread is my favorite part of every sandwich. I'm not joking. Like, that's a great analogy. Like, it's just all about what different tastes are. Like, I don't put meat on sandwiches. I only eat vegetables and cheese on sandwiches. So, like, I like the bread because the bread is.
I never said anything about meat. There wasn't even sauce on that. Bread. It's not even mayo.
If I were to make a sandwich analogy about Moon Knight, it would be like, oh look, there are these cool sandwiches in front of me, and then somebody took my sandwiches, and then I was just left looking at an empty plate.
While you were still at dinner, or
no?
Because that was my thing. Is I felt like I was waiting. I was like, oh, that's great. Let's see it progress. And it's like, okay, we're gonna stretch, do warm up. All right. To use an old man reference, I was like, when are they going to get to the fireworks factory?
Sorry, Simon's comment. Oscar Isaac's full name is Oscar Tony Emmy Grammy Isaac. And And yeah, but what was the question? TV shows. My two favorites as of now are Succession, because of course. I'm not saying that everybody loves it, but I think it's a pretty standard answer. And then one that isn't a standard answer was Hacks, which I really loved the first season of, and I'm very excited for the second season, which comes out next week.
Still haven't seen Hacks, but it's on the list.
Okay.
I enjoy Succession, but there's a show that's essentially Succession, but much better. World's better, in my opinion. And that's called The Righteous Gemstones.
I've heard great things about it. I've seen clips. I haven't watched the full show.
Plot-wise, picture Succession, but instead of a mega corporation, it's a church.
Yeah, I heard it's like Tammy Faye on steroids.
I wouldn't disagree with that. It's hilarious. There's a lot of intrigue, and it's very good. I don't know if it's my favorite. In terms of TV shows I've seen this year, because it changes all the time. Yellow Jackets, very good. Highly recommend it. Recommended it to Mara.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. It's on the queue.
And I recommend it to you, Trevor.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
Are you familiar with it, Trevor?
They're generally quite good.
Yes, I'm familiar with it. I've seen a trailer for it. I was actually first exposed to it from one Video Drew, who I think is now like friends with the producers.
Oh no, shit! That's great. I swore. Don't swear.
Dinner with them. Never, sir. I pledged allegiance to the flag.
My bad. Sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for.
Okay. So speaking of mega corporations like church, there was a movie at Sundance which I didn't love, but I liked it a fair amount. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, with Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall. It's coming to Peacock this summer. I wasn't in love with it, but it's like it was fun enough. I think it could be edited down a bit, and it premiered at Sundance. I think that was a pretty consensus criticism. So hopefully we get like a tighter cut when it's released onto Peacock. But if you liked from what you're saying about Righteous Gemstones, and then about if you liked Eyes of Tammy Faye, like it's a similar vibe, but a very modernized version of that, which I'm assuming Righteous Gemstones takes place in the modern day. So it isn't. It isn't amazing, but it's very fun.
She's great in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Regina Hall is phenomenal in it. And Sterling K. Brown definitely
could be referring to anything.
Accurate.
In terms of the line, oh, Regina Hall's wonderful in it. It's like,
except maybe like
Universal.
The Oscars.
That's an Oscar problem, though.
That's fair. Yeah. Severance is my next show that I'm watching.
It's on the list.
Here's the thing: is that when it comes to all the Apple Plus shows, it's okay. It is December once again, and I will have Apple Plus for a month, and now I will catch up on Severance and Ted Lasso, and finally see what that morning show is all about. And then, at the stroke of midnight before the new year, I cancel it. So that'll be that's going to be what's going to happen on my end, because there are way too many streaming services that I already subscribe to.
Yeah. From what I've seen from Severance, though, like images, as I've said, as someone who loves cinematography, pretty sure I'll like this show.
Yeah.
Because the images look stunning. The lighting on them, the color grading, like it looks incredible.
Trevor, young man, do you have access to Peacock?
I do.
Okay. I'm bringing this up because I myself am a newbie to this show, but it's a very old show. And I told myself, I'm going to check this out, and I'm digging it. And it's the brilliance, the wonderful thing about this show is I can take a break. I can always come back to it because every episode it's all self-contained each and every time. Have you heard of Columbo?
I knew you were going to say that.
I have not.
Okay.
Oh my God, Trevor.
Mara,
I'm Googling.
put on a pot of coffee because
the platform is yours, sir.
Well, if you appreciate older movies, I think you will really dig Columbo because it's a show that started in the late 60s and continued on into like the early aughts here and there. And it's just about this. And the show, each episode is about 1 hour, 20 minutes long. I know, which is weird, especially from a TV show back then. But it is
what?
But
okay, sorry. I'm just Spielberg. I'm finding out a lot of information right now. Why do I not know?
Steven Spielberg directed the pilot. You'll see a lot of.
Garth has all the facts, by the way. Every episode there's some sort of awesome Garth fact. So
yeah,
that needs to be a hashtag.
You will see a lot of who would be great film directors later on direct episodes of Columbo here and there. And it's all revolves about this one disheveled detective whose name is Columbo, played by Peter Falk, who in The Princess Bride, you remember him. He's reading the story to Fred Savage. And it's a TV show that can't be made nowadays, not because it's, I'm not saying that in the whole like bullshit, well, they can't make Blazing Saddles anymore type thing. But what I mean is
how awful.
It's a
Let
television.
Me just say.
Yeah. Anyway, but I say it in a way in terms of most of the episodes, you don't see Columbo for the first 15 to 20 minutes. You don't see the title character show up until midway through. And it's a murder mystery, typically. It's a mystery of some sort. But it's not a whodunit. It's a howdunit in terms of... In terms of, we see the crime happen in the first 15 to 20 minutes. And now we get to watch Columbo try to figure out that this person did it. And it's very dialogue heavy. Not a lot of action. It's very slow paced, which isn't a problem, depending on your taste, isn't a problem. But you get to see like Leonard Nimoy be a surgeon that murders a guy, or all these different stars that end up being the big bad person that does the crime. And then Columbo is like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you, but and then trapping them by a conference. And then every episode just kind of ends with Columbo figuring it out, and or the person is like, all right, fine, Columbo, I'll confess that I did it because I am so stressed out by you. and it's the best thing because it's like, all these rich white men get annoyed to go to jail because this disheveled working class guy is like, let me touch your stuff. Oh, okay. It's definitely worth your time.
That's
funny.
So
the more I'm finding, it definitely is going on the list.
It's got great cinematography too, especially for TV.
Okay. Yeah, because TV can definitely be hit or miss, especially older TV. Where like a lot of like stationary multi-camera setups. It's just like they all kind of look the same.
Well, because it's cheaper that way. This one is not. Yeah, it's not set up like multicam at all. So
okay, cool.
It's shot like a movie. So
nice. Yeah, definitely going. Sorry, I just made everybody feel old, but it is definitely going on my list.
Don't be sorry.
Nothing
when
to
you
apologize
were born.
for.
Here's a show that started before I was born that I love. That I also watched because of one video, Drew. Twin Peaks. Which
welcome.
So yeah, no, falling in love with David Lynch. I've been trying to figure out like my favorite directors If like it's a very hard question, but like Lynch is definitely there. I mean, Wes Anderson's there. Ingmar Bergman is definitely towards the top. Like Greta Gerwig, I love.
Thumbs up, Simon.
I know, right?
Yeah, well done.
Everyone just like firing at all cylinders today.
How far along
Everybody
are you in Twin
filing
Peaks,
on
Trevor?
I finished like the original, the first season, so I need to go season 2, and then I think Firewalk with
season
Me is
2,
next.
and then season 2, Firewalk with Me, and then
The Return. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When you're finished, go ahead. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. What'd you say?
I was making noise.
Okay.
Nothing of real interest.
When you are finished, I highly recommend. Are you familiar with the video essayist Maggie Mae Fish?
I have heard the name. I've heard the name. I don't think that I have seen any of her stuff.
Okay. When you are finished with all the Twin Peaks stuff, I highly recommend watching her 2-part video essay of her assessment of Twin Peaks and what it means.
Okay. Nice.
She's very
good. Is it titled
Mara, I recommend it to you too.
Okay, sorry. I have to address a couple things. So, Rob, what do I consider old TV? So, okay. So,
well, stuff from 2001 and earlier. Actually, 2010.
I don't know why. I gave you a South Park Rob Schneider voice.
I know. Okay, but legitimately,
no
I would consider. Sorry, I'm very sorry, but like one of the first things that came to mind is like Friends.
That's fine. It is old.
You're
not wrong.
I would say like Friends and before is like old.
Now, if you were to say like Parks and Recreation, I would have felt fucking ancient. Is that
I've seen an episode of it. I think,
fine.
But yeah.
Good.
Garth says, if I love Wes Anderson, how do I feel about Paul Thomas Anderson and Paul W.S. Anderson? Not a big Paul W.S. Anderson fan. And I like PTA quite a bit. I would say my favorite of his is Punch Drunk Love. There Will Be Blood, a very close follow-up. Phantom Thread and The Master also right there. But yeah, I definitely prefer PTA to PWSA.
That's A-okay. What do you say? ASAP? You down with OPP?
Mara, should I say yes or no? Yeah.
Then you know me.
The Boss Baby.
I
Rhyme.
don't know what you're referencing.
The thing on
it makes Trevor uncomfortable, so I put that up along with the Lawnmower Man. Remember Lawnmower Man?
I remember. I was.
You were here for Lawnmower Man, weren't you?
Me?
Were you here when we talked about Lawnmower Man?
That episode. No, that was like a Dan.
But
okay.
Do you remember Fabio? Look at that guy.
That's not okay. I don't like Fabio.
I remember Lawnmower Man because I was with the folks on the Gamefully Unemployed Discord, in which we watch movies and talk over them, and they watched Lawnmower Man, and I was like, that definitely was a Lawnmower Man, especially the very beginning scene in which an ape kills a person. It's very Lawnmower Man.
Spoilers. Yeah, no, the best Lawnmower Man is David Lynch's The Straight Story, though. Let's be honest.
I agree. That's actually my favorite David Lynch movie.
Really? Okay. I can see it. Yeah. That's fair. Mine would be Velvet.
I unknowingly auditioned for a David Lynch project when I first moved to Los Angeles. Yeah.
Do you know which project?
No, because it never happened.
Oh.
That's why I said project and not film or TV.
Got it. That makes sense.
I showed up, I acted in front of casting director. I thought, well, that was weird. Saw the casting director at a bar and he goes, okay, that was for a David Lynch thing, but he decided to do heroin in France instead. I'm like, all right.
That's a sentence. My gosh.
That is definitely a sentence. I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm just telling you what I was told is all.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want
I will
to
be conducting my
say-
own research on this.
I just
dear.
don't want to say David. I don't want to say David Lynch does heroin. Is what the point I'm trying to get at.
I mean,
All I heard was that that's what you said. The
It is
more you
what I
tried to say you
said.
didn't say it, I'm convinced that that's exactly what you said
No.
with no nuance at all.
Mara, I'm not denying that I said it. I'm just saying that's what I was told.
Was that what she said? Is that what you're trying to say?
First of all, it was a man.
Why do you have to make it a gendered issue?
mom and dad are fighting again.
I'm sorry.
You made it a gendered issue by saying she.
No, all I said was
You woman hating.
I wanted
Sure.
to make the joke about people saying things, and that's just the joke.
I
It's not my
know,
fault.
and I'm
I didn't
shutting it
write the
down.
joke.
This ain't The
No.
Office, and you ain't Michael Scott, baby.
Oh, come on. I have the Dundies.
Speaking of old TV shows Trevor never watched,
Come on, didn't you know that I once
I
promised
saw an episode-
a class full of children college scholarships, and then I completely decided not to do it, and it was really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable, yeah.
God,
Is the fighting over?
it never will be over, Trevor. You gotta embrace
Mom
the
and
war.
Dad fight sometimes, and you know what?
Is it
That's
safe to come
okay.
back?
Yeah, it's okay, honey. You can sit down now. It's
Okay.
okay. It's fine.
I would like a glass of milk, please.
Oh well,
Okay.
I have a dairy allergy. There's no milk in this house.
No, I think milk's disgusting. Honestly, it's like
Well,
not a milk fan.
It's a bit of a
Um,
lie. I have lactose-free milk.
yeah.
Not sponsored, but Fairlife is awesome, by the way. In case you have any other dairy allergy people out there, Fairlife, highly recommend.
Hair life. Stay alive.
Please sponsor us. I'll take your money. I love your stuff.
Mm.
Just saying.
Yeah, I will take. I haven't had it, but I will also take your money. So, all right. Should we? We've been going for a fair bit now. I mean, we talked about Doctor Strange, I think, sufficiently. We got
We
relatively.
did. I don't remember.
sidetracked.
I'm joking. I'm sorry. It's not
Mara, there's some multiverse out there in which we talked about it exhaustively.
we talked about all the spoilers, even though it said no spoilers. There's definitely a universe where that happened.
Mm-hmm. There's a universe where I'm fully shaved.
No.
Everywhere.
I knew you were going to say it. Elbows and all.
Elbows and all. Yes, because that was the first body part that came to mind.
I know.
You know
I
how
don't know
hairy
what
my
we're talking
elbows
about.
are. I mean, look at it.
I don't judge the elbow habits of everyone. You know, some people live in Portland and they just let their elbows go, you know, and that's no judgment.
You just got to let something, it feels good to
There's-
just let the
there's
elbows
a
go.
universe. There's a universe where that's Andrew Spider-Man and not Toby Spider-Man.
There is, and that universe is beautiful.
It's
Trevor?
if that's the only difference, I'd take it.
Have you ever,
I'd go to that universe.
Trevor, have you ever had like a really big meal and you just got to unbutton your shirt just so the elbows can just lay out, just let them all go?
I
Feels
You
feels
let him
great
for half
after
a
a
second,
big meal.
And then
doesn't
you
it?
lost him.
I'm not sure if there's a double entendre somewhere in there.
I don't think so. Let's just say no.
No, there isn't. It's just me comparing elbows to waistline. There's nothing sexual
Yeah.
about it. You pervy teen, you.
I mean, that also
I'm
was
gonna pivot us real hard.
where I was going.
I feel like we need it. So, by the way, just a curious
That's
question.
what she said.
Ha! I don't know why I even have it downloaded because I never go there. I have the McDonald's app. They aggressively send me coupons, and I don't know if it's targeted or if they just send to everyone a lot of coupons. But part of me is like, do they know my demographic information? Is that what they're doing?
For lactose-free milkshakes or something like that?
No,
Or-
they're like, come buy the beef sandwiches. And I'm like, I don't eat those. And then they're like, here's free fries. Would you like those? Come here. I promise we're not going to kidnap you. And then they're like, hey, do you remember the Shamrock Shake? Come puke it up later. We would love that for you. And just
Top
all
tier
sorts of
marketing.
stuff.
number
Top tier
one.
marketing.
No, it's not targeted. It's just regular advertising because of what you just said. And number two,
We've
they would
succeeded.
never refer to their product as beef sandwiches.
It's the
Sandwiches
the
that
Mick
is some
beef.
form of animal
you-
byproduct.
Well, they wouldn't call it that either. They'd be like, try the new McClucklefuck or whatever.
Oh man, hold on. Oh, there it is.
Also, why are you Colonel Sanders?
Don't you know he
listen,
owns all of it? It's like
there's the
Disney. It's like Disney
McChicken.
fast food.
Well, first of all, if you're presuming that it's chicken related, it could be just some weird bird beef hybrid that they invented just solely to make.
How did they make those two animals?
Hmm?
How did
Mara,
they make
you
those
don't
two
want to
animals?
know. Mara,
How do they make McNuggets? They put them in and make a slurry.
No, I just
Mara,
meant like
when a-
Jurassic World,
when a-
where the guy's like, "How did you get two animals to make an Indominus Rex?" And
Nature
it's like,
finds a way.
Mara, when a bird and a
Very
cow
testing
love
that.
each other very, very much.
Oh god,
Um,
I don't need. This is like honestly thinking about how Hagrid was made. You're like the physics of that are puzzling, and I don't want to think about it. And you made
Do you
me.
think of
something
how
else.
Hagrid is made often?
Well, they go into it in the books.
I'm not a huge
quite a
Potter
bit. His
nerd.
dad was a little baby man, normal, and his mom was a giant. And you have to think about how did baby Hagrid get made? It's
Clearly, you haven't explored DeviantArt that often, and you would find
No,
the
I
answer to that
haven't.
question.
and Trevor hasn't either. I'm just going to speak on his
Based
behalf.
on Trevor's response, he has.
I really want his parents to not revoke all of his ability to speak to me. So we're gonna pivot from this real hard.
okay, here's something.
You're never
here's
gonna have
something-
me on as a guest ever again.
Yeah, I will. I
Okay,
will.
I'm sorry. I'm
here's-
sorry.
No,
I'm
I'll just
sorry,
make sure I do
Trevor's
it
mom
in
and
LA
dad.
where it's live and I can
Here's-
just go like this and just slightly shove you off screen.
Boo.
Here's something that I found out today that I'd never thought about before, but it has made me reconsider a lot of life. It is that Billy D. Williams' parents named him William Williams.
I knew a guy in the military whose name was William Wilkinson. Not nearly as bad, but I was just like really though? That's what you picked?
But like William Williams?
At least
Like-
he's smart enough to go with Billy
Yeah, oh yeah. But
and not Willie D.
what?
Williams.
That'd be awesome.
Although,
would actually-
upon
that would
saying
actually
that
be
out
better.
loud,
that would be so much better.
what a great children's host that would be. Willie D. Williams. We're gonna learn about the letter J today, kids.
Wouldn't it be the letter W though?
This
Why
is
are you trying to
episode
limit
12.
him?
We already
Mark,
went with W on the pilot.
Don't put Willie in a box, Mara. You're degrading his talents.
True.
Oh, we
I'm
put
only
Willie in the
judging
box
Willie
in
based on
episode 6
one
when we
aspect.
learned about shapes
Ooh, quadrilaterals.
and cubes.
Parallelogram.
Just the 3D version.
Oh, by the way, fun fact. So I took a couple of roses from Sam and Rachel's wedding and I encased them in resin with these really cool geometric molds and they look really dope. So very, very proud of me
Oh,
because
that's
I'm not
lovely.
normally a person that works with resin.
Well done.
Are you going?
Well done.
How many roses did you make? Are you going to give some to the bride and groom? To kind of.
I mean, I'm sure they kept their own bouquets. I ended up with one of the bridesmaids' bouquets. Not a bridesmaid, but I got handed two of them, and I was like, "What?" And then I handed one to someone else, and then we each took them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to
All
put
right,
you on
I
the
have-
spot there.
I have a game, not the game that was for the goal, but just a brief thing that you can vote on. And I don't know if we want to make this a weekly segment, but it is.
There's true.
I-
the game. Oh my god, I'm bad at my job.
I will give three I'll provide three nominations for the Letterboxd review of the week.
Oh yay! I'm sorry,
So-
by the way. I got 2 hours of sleep. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because my body is physically fighting. But I'm having a great time. Please continue.
All right, so I will read off three reviews. Well, maybe four because I like them. Of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and we will decide what. Mechmer.
I like this review
Sorry,
of the
just saw
week.
that.
Big like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here I'll read off a couple of of my favorite reviews of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. First one, 3.5 stars. when Wanda, it's like some spoilers, but like when Wanda was barefoot, I knew that Quentin Tarantino went absolutely feral. I'm gonna censor a couple of these just due to spoiler, but yeah, I cut out a bit of that, but yes, Wanda going on a killing spree while altering the fabric of time and tearing apart the multiverse just to say hello, is the ultimate girl boss move.
Wait, what?
Did I break up?
You broke up, but I think when you were trying to not spoil things, I may have misheard or misinterpreted something. Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. Wanda going on a killing spree while altering the fabric of time and tearing apart the multiverse is the ultimate girl boss move, to be honest.
Okay. By the way,
Next
that is
one.
a spoiler. Sorry, everybody.
I guess
mean, to be fair, though,
bit.
multiverse, there's lots of stuff that happens. It's not necessarily all real. So it's okay.
This next one's big spoiler in this one. It was crazy when you opened the portal and Bronco Henry stepped out.
That's the winner.
Yeah, that is the winner.
Okay,
Actually,
there's one more. There's one more.
Okay.
That could be a winner. In my theater, there was more hype for the Nicole Kidman AMC ad than the actual movie itself.
No.
Okay,
the Bronco Henry one wins.
All right.
And it's pure vanity because I tweeted out, man, what if one of the members of the Illuminati was Bronco Henry?
Nice.
Nice.
That was the one.
Bronco Henry. We need more Bronco Henry.
I want him mentioned in 1 out of every 5 movies from here on out, and we never see him.
100%. 100%.
Like just some random character, man, woman, gas station attendant, non-binary scientist. All of them have it. Like Bronco Henry has touched all of them in some way. It has influenced them in some way. Like, I mean, it wouldn't have been a chemist if it weren't for that Bronco Henry.
I would have been able to properly cut up my vegetables if it weren't for Bronco Henry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, I sliced my finger open. Just wanted to share that with everybody.
Oh no! Like now?
No, like right before. Luckily, it's not using
like
through the
today.
Band-Aid, I've got like
Mara's
6
actively wielding knives while on the show, just swinging them around off camera.
Wait, you cut it today?
Yeah, like right before the show, and I have on 6 Band-Aids.
Yeah, I can imagine. Is it still bleeding?
Probably, but I'm not paying attention. It hasn't bled through the Band-Aids, but I'm gonna have to change them afterwards because I need to take a shower, and I guess clean blood off a cutting board and off of some squash.
We could have waited until. Never mind.
No, it's okay. Everything's fine. Although I'm not gonna eat the blood squash.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. Well,
sell it on eBay.
Probably.
Ew. I don't think you're allowed to sell anything that has
consider-
human byproducts on it on eBay anymore. Sad but
Oh,
true.
really? Okay.
Keyword being anymore. The Wild West of the 90s.
I do have a tease though, by the way. So part of the stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on your cut finger and whether or not you should get stitches right now.
I have spent so much time at the hospital over the last month that it's a hard no.
Done.
If I have to, I will stitch it myself.
Oh, that's right.
Fine,
Field medicine.
myself.
Okay, as long as you do it yourself. Anyway. Please continue.
Now I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be incredibly selfish. There will be a donation goal, but I hope we meet it because once I get my the AOK from pathology, which is supposed to be on Tuesday, I will have a little jar with the stuff that they took out of my body, and I will show it to you. So I'm very excited because I was like, I would like what you're going to remove and cut out of me, please. Thanks. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so as long as it gets through pathology, fine, which it'll be fine, then they're going to just like give it to me in a little jar. So stay tuned.
Mara told this to me, and we were both like immediately like, yeah, no, we should make this a donation goal.
Like
oh yeah, that's what
same
I was.
moment we said it.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing. Sorry, I am reading the chat a bit, and if I'm just randomly laughing at a couple of things, that's just what it is.
It's all good.
All right. So, should we do a game?
Yes.
Yes.
That
I would like
the
to
people asked for?
What
would
if
like
I
to
said
lose, but
no?
only because it's funny.
What was
What
that?
What if
Mark?
I
Mark?
declined and refused to leave the chat? And then I was like, you're not going to play a game while I'm here.
Can you try one more time to do that? See, that's what I would do. Sorry, you felt you walked right into that little bear trap, friend.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That was.
No,
a
you're
lot.
not, and it's fine.
You have to play the game
you're very
because
much
I
not.
want you to win, and I want to lose, but only because I'm really bad and it's funny. So we know our roles.
All right.
So, what game should we play?
Twister?
What are the options?
Wait, is there a way to do it like on the screen? Like you have to top left corner of your screen, top right. Okay. What? Yeah, we need to figure out a game because people paid for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this responsibility. Either the chat can.
That's what you do, though, Trevor. You're the game master. We
I'm
literally
not in the
pulled this
Hunger
in.
Games.
It's just for
Trevor, is
you.
this true? Are
Just
you the
that's
game
you.
master?
I'm gonna grow like 6 sideburns like the dude from the Hunger Games. Yeah, there we go. We got it. All right.
I mean, we
yeah.
could
What should we
always
do?
do a like IMDb crawl thing because those are very like in the moment type of thing. And Eric knows filmographies really well.
Do I
Yeah.
now?
Like, yeah, like you know what I mean when I say like the IMDb thing.
Maybe. Are you just listing like this actor was in blank, blank, or this person directed blank, blank, and blank? Is that what we're doing?
You know, we could try Mara is an IMDb race because Eric hasn't done one of those with us yet.
I think that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. So the IMDb race is where we start with one actor, director, or movie, and then we have to get to another actor, director, or movie using only links, like on the pages.
So it's links on the pages. Are you
so like?
Is this like
so
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? Is that
kind of, but a
Basically,
visual version? Yeah. So like
But
if
you do
we're
it
on,
visually.
if we're on the page for Everything Ever All at Once, then we could click on
Share your
Michelle
screen, Trevor.
Yeoh, and then we can go. I don't know if my screen would work the best for this.
Oh, here I can do it then. Here, I'll do
I
it.
can
It's fine.
lag a fair amount. Okay. But yeah, so if we were on Everything Ever All at Once, and then you could click on Michelle Yeoh, and then you could go to like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then you could go to like Ang Lee, and then you could go to like Hulk, then Eric Bana, and then like keep on working your way through it, like with a goal of finding a certain movie actor or director.
Yeah, it's like let's just say we started
The
Die
hard
for some reason.
okay?
Yeah, the hard version of the game is no MCU movies.
Well, the hard version of the game is I don't know what the hell you just told me. What?
That's fair.
So
let's just say that the game was get from Die Hard to The Little Mermaid. Let's just say. So any way we want, whatever we think will give us the best chance. We said, okay, well, I know like Hart Bachner, he does voice roles for animated movies, so we can connect him to another prolific animated actor if we wanted to. So we can click on him, and we have to just keep going from everywhere that we've clicked. But you can do like the composer, you can do the director.
Okay.
You know, it can be anybody. You just have to kind of hop
and
your
you
way
say
through
that I'm good
from
at
one
this.
thing to the other. What?
Potentially.
And you say I'm good at this.
Like I think the only reason we completed it
You've seen
before
a
was
lot of
Dan.
niche stuff.
Yeah.
All right, fair. So, all right.
Oh, also, by the way, Garth, very untrue. Bacon is amazing. I am no longer coacher. Bacon's great.
Bacon is not amazing. I feel like I'm gonna get a negative reception to this, so we can move on. Yeah, not a Bacon fan.
Well, you have no count for taste. You love the Eternals, so
if we're going there,
ain't cheeky. Come on, bud.
all right.
So, what do you need me to do?
We're going to work together.
This
Yes,
is
we're
a
all gonna
team
work
effort.
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all
thought-
about can we figure out how to do it.
Okay,
So
when
it's
you
not
said-
like you competing against me, competing against Trevor, or competing against the chat. It's
The
just can we
word-
do it?
Okay, cool.
So
Because
let's
the word
start-
race, like, just. Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's
you're
just-
talking
it's
to
yeah.
you're talking to a guy that doesn't run for speed; he runs for accuracy. So
I mean,
Erik,
we try to
I-
keep issues of race, off the show anyway. So yeah, we should probably rename this.
no, it's not a
Eric,
problem.
Can
Yes.
you
Come on, I'm just
describe
joking.
how to accurately run?
Huh?
Can you describe how to accurately run?
1 foot in front of the other as quickly as you can.
Just all right.
Done.
Thanks,
Thank you, PLD.
Hello, PLD. Goodbye.
We should
PLD.
do Ed Harris also. That way, when he comes back, he
Okay.
can see that we did Ed Harris in some way.
All right,
So let's go. Okay, so let's go from Ed Harris to, let's go from Ed Harris to my most recent Google searched film, which is Persona.
What film?
Persona,
Persona.
if we would like to.
Is that?
Sure.
It's a Bergman.
Oh, it's a Bergman.
Oh,
Okay.
I've never seen it. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to help
Oh,
us once we
we
get
can-
close.
Okay. All right, Ed Harris. So we can also go to something else that we've all
Who's
seen,
the
'cause that would be
oldest?
easier.
I don't know. What is the oldest movie that he's in?
Oldest?
Because
Let's
we're
see.
going to go to a Bergman film.
So it's 66. Okay. Another potential route is if we wanted to go forward to the Scenes from a Marriage TV show, which I believe he's a producer on.
Okay. Well, when was Scenes from a Marriage?
Or well, the Scenes from a Marriage TV show that just came out is with Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain.
What? Why are we starting
is
that
a-
early with Ingmar Bergman? You're trying to connect this to the Ingmar Bergman film, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is going to be way before 1960. It's going to be way before his filmography. I'm just trying to connect Ed Harris to an older actor from the 1960s who could possibly be connected to Bergman. I don't know, but that's me.
So I don't know, Mar. What are your
Or
thoughts?
am I understanding the game incorrectly? Because that could be the case too.
I mean, I think you are understanding it correctly. Like, yeah, I'm just trying to think of what movie that he's been in that I've seen would have him, he's an actor in his prime or a younger actor when he's in this. And so there's clearly older people surrounding him that we can start working our way back from.
That's
I
where I'm
just
coming from.
Okay.
don't know as much about his early
Well,
film.
I know Knight Riders because that was an MST3K movie. that I was
Okay, is there
talking
anyone in it that's like noteworthy that we could keep tracing back?
about. Ed Harris.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the problem. Is I don't even know who's in Persona. So
That's what I'm saying. We can go to something else. I that was just the first thing. We can pick something else aside from.
Well, how about
Persona.
this? Can we start the opposite direction? Can we start with Persona and work our way forward?
to Ed Harris. That
Yeah,
sounds
because that
like
might be
I
easier.
like that better.
yeah,
I like that better. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
All right, I
let's
didn't
start.
bring my mouse, so I have to use my little cursor. So it's
Garth,
taking
that's
forever.
actually a good strategy to try to connect to Max von Sydow.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be good.
that's really good.
Well, we can work. We can actually. Well, I mean, we can still do that.
Is he in Persona?
Okay, that's
von Sydow?
actually no. Simon says, when I lived in Sweden, I used to walk past Ingmar Bergman's house on the way to work. That's amazing.
Well, did you say hello?
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. So I think our
Long
best
dead.
option is to go to Ingmar Bergman.
Ingmar Bergman? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the goat in my humble opinion.
Not
So
according
yeah, so
to
there's the
Orson
scenes.
Welles.
So there's the Scenes from a Marriage TV show with Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, I
that
mean
he
that's a big leap. I
wrote.
mean, we can just go there.
Wait, He's in Scenes from a Marriage?
So he made
it, right?
he produced it, and then it's also based on his film Scenes from a Marriage. So he's credited as a writer.
Ingmar Bergman's alive?
No.
I don't know what the fuck is happening. Explain, please.
Okay, so Ingmar
So he's
Bergman
credited as a producer post-mortem?
So Ingmar Bergman wrote a film, Scenes from Marriage, while he was alive, and then it was remade into a TV show. So just like Stan Lee's credited as a writer in the MCU, like he's credited as a writer because it was based on his work.
Gotcha. Okay.
Awesome.
Glad we got there.
It feels like fucking cheating, but
Garth said he did.
Garth did it really quickly.
Garth did it really quickly through Max von
Oh, well, there you go. The winner's Garth.
But we'll do it a harder. Let's try Scenes from a Marriage, just because. Why not?
Let's say Scenes from a Marriage. Let's just do it for the hell of it.
So
we got Oscar Isaac, and we got Jessica Chastain.
Also Corey Stoll.
Marty Grins.
Love Corey Stoll. Big fan.
I mean,
Is
I think the obvious.
Is Michael Stuhlbarg in this? Because it feels like a Stuhlbarg should be in this.
It should be.
I know he's not, but he should be. But then again, that's most things.
I feel like the biggest, choices would be Chastain or Isaac. I'm feeling. I don't know. What's Ed Harris been in recently? Let's go to. Wait. Trying to think. Let's go to Chastain. If there's no opposition.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I might have gone with Isaac, but she's been in so much stuff. So
she's been
not
a lot.
I feel like she's done a lot lately. And let's see. 355. I forgot that movie existed already.
Jay-Z, The Family Feud with Beyonce. Okay.
Obviously, should we go there?
No.
Okay, wait. How can we make this work?
I'll keep scrolling.
I mean, there's a lot of people
we might accidentally run into an Ed Harris movie.
If we can go Dark Phoenix, Ty Sheridan, the card counter, get our way back to Oscar Isaac.
Yes, we can.
Wait, I feel like
MASH also has a lot of people.
Interstellar
would be good, probably.
Interstellar.
I don't know.
Going to Interstellar.
When did Pollock come out, and was she in it?
Also,
the Madagascar franchise has people.
That's true. I have never seen any of them, so if you think that's a good place to go, just tell me, because
let's let Eric pick this one.
Yeah.
Where should we go, Eric?
All right. We'll keep scrolling up because I don't think he was in Veronica Mars. Although that would be amazing if Ed Harris was in Veronica Mars. I kind of want that to be real, even though it is clearly not.
Do you want to go for it?
What do we all think of Interstellar?
Why not? Let's go.
I'm good with going for it. Let's do it.
Oh my God, Garth.
Oh, I feel like we're really close on this. Something's jumping out at me. I can't place
too.
it.
There had to be something
I'm
with
trying
him
not
and
to
John Lithgow.
My boy Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was my thought.
What, John Lithgow?
Ellen Burstyn as well feels like
Ellen Burstyn would be good. Yeah.
Ellen Burstyn feels like John Lithgow or Ellen Burstyn.
What do you think, Mara? Let's burst our way through.
Lithgow. Lithgow. Hold on.
I thought Lithgow, but we'll see.
Lithgow.
Okay.
Then we go to, hold on, give it a second. Just, I got this.
To Raising Cain. Actually, go to The Simpsons. I'm sure Ed Harris did.
The Crown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go to Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
And then then go
Well done,
to.
Mara. I always forget about TV.
I know, it's weird. It's like it happened. And then go to The Lost Daughter.
The Lobster. A great movie. Yep.
The Lobster.
Nice
Oh,
job.
there you go. Way to
And-
be.
There he is.
Yeah, there's Ed Harris as
Nice.
Lyle.
That's what he's been in recently.
Yes, that is.
What's
Oh.
another-
Oh God, PLD just
Well
did
done,
it.
Mara.
Wow, good for him. I knew we should have gone with Oscar Isaac.
Oh,
I'm bad.
Guys,
bad at
yeah.
this game. I'm bad, and I should feel bad.
No, hey, we did it.
Oh yeah, and Chalamet with Adderall Diaries. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
we went the long way around.
Yeah, we did it the dwarf way, you know.
Well, fine.
Seems like we're taking the long way around.
We did it the basement way.
Well, how can we do one more round?
Absolutely. Do you want to pick a person?
Absolutely.
And then Trevor, why don't you pick a person and then we share?
I would like to pick a person and a movie.
Oh, by all
Ooh.
means, pick both.
I will pick
Go
both.
ahead.
The person we have to link Sidney Poitier
Ooh.
to Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, I love this. Okay, I say we start with Poitier. Is everyone cool with
Yeah.
that?
I am
yeah.
very cool with that.
That's the result. Oh.
Okay.
Say we honestly skip maybe to sneakers because there's so many people in that.
Skip sneakers.
Once again, I'm not going to be looking to chat. I'm
Oh, yeah, I'm not
we
looking
can
at the
try
chat
to
at
do
all.
this. Yeah. Okay.
Shall we start
mean,
with let's Who's Coming to Dinner?
We can.
Unless you really wanted, I was going to go with sneakers, but we can go with Let's Who's Coming to Dinner because
I mean, I was going to do sneakers too because it has so many people.
let's do sneakers.
Yeah. Okay.
He plays Crease.
Because I mean, that already gets us to Aykroyd, so we're already into comedy.
There you go.
So I mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
he should be our next leg, but like it connects a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, looking at this,
gets us to a lot of places too.
yeah. Wait. River Phoenix.
Oh yeah, I always forget Donald Logan's in this until I watch it again, and I'm like, oh,
let's
yeah.
go to Donald Logue because I haven't seen Dude, Where's My Car in years. For all I know, he could actually be in that movie.
I know. I only remember Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher. They're the only two people I remember from that
Right?
movie.
Same.
I know Jennifer Garner's also in it.
Is she really?
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Well,
pretty
that's
sure
easy.
Jennifer
Yeah, we
Garner's
can get
also
there.
in it.
We'll find out.
Oh, that's right. He was in the TV show The Unicorn, which is a show that I saw because my friend wrote on it.
Nice.
Well, House will end up connecting us to Olivia Wilde if we need it to. I don't know if that helps us at all, but what else? Let's see.
Maybe
I mean,
connected to Monk. Actually, that's not bad. Oh, I totally forgot about Knights of Prosperity. The best TV show no one saw but me.
I confess to that because I didn't see it.
It's just about a bunch of losers that try to steal from from I think Mick Jagger. They try to steal from some celebrity. I gotta look it up.
ER gets us to a lot of people.
Yeah. We could get from Olivia Wilde back to River Phoenix. I can make that connection. Okay.
I mean, Blade, of course, but I don't think that gets us any closer.
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Blade could lead to Blade 3, which leads to Ryan Reynolds,
Wait.
who is in that oeuvre.
Oh, that's true.
Wait. Can we get to Natalie Portman? Because from Natalie Portman, I could get us there.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Either Natalie Portman or Steve. Yeah, no, not Steve.
He was in Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. Interesting. You learn something new every day.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Get to Natalie Portman, huh? Okay.
Because like
Jerry Maguire.
Because I'm thinking about no strings attached. because that's Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Great.
Uh,
I only know of that movie because one of my favorite people, Greta Gerwig, is in it. So, but I feel
Cuba
like
Gooding Jr. in an Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, we could have
Sean
gotten
William Scott.
Wait. Okay, well we can loop back to River Phoenix if we want. Olivia Wilde, Cowboys and Aliens. Wait, no. Olivia Wilde, Cowboys and Aliens, Harrison Ford, and then Star Wars, Natalie Portman, Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
Okay,
So go to
hold on.
House.
Yeah, hold on.
House, Olivia Wilde, Cowboys and Aliens, Harrison Ford, and then, I mean, what? Yeah, like
House, the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay, you scrolled past
Did I miss
it.
it? Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
I don't know who's scrolling.
I am.
Mara.
Oh, here it
Right.
is. Sorry.
Cyrus Harry.
So House, and then you said Olivia Wilde, right?
Yep, she's 13, right? In the show, I believe.
I've
Yep.
never
Alright.
seen House.
Neither have I.
Oh, she plays a person named 13?
I thought
He
you were
does.
referring to an age.
I thought referring
Alright.
to age too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then now we have Cowboys and Aliens.
Yep. What a movie.
I own it on DVD. Have no plans of upgrading it to
you?
Blu-ray. Yep.
Why?
I got it for 50 cents at a record store.
Nice.
Still don't understand why.
Because it was 50 cents.
Does
Okay,
not
so then
compete.
from here, Harrison Ford. And then from here, we can go to a Star Wars. What one would be the easiest to get to Natalie Portman?
I mean, any of them have Anthony Daniels in it, and he's in all of them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so just Rise of
Here, I'll just
Skywalker,
go
I
Rise
guess.
of Skywalker. Yeah.
And then, yeah, Anthony Daniels, Natalie Portman, no strings attached. Ashton Kutcher. Dude, where's my car? I think I did the thing. Now I'm going to look at the chat and see how faster people did it than us.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Payne. Oh, Jesus.
Harrison
Martha
Ford.
again.
Sidney Poitier, The Jackal, Bruce Willis, and Cop Out. Sean. Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot faster.
Yeah, that was worlds faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandy, I'm also terrible at this game.
Hey, half the fun is the journey, right?
Yeah, maybe the real game was the friends we made along the way.
And I threw up. It all comes back to the hairballs.
Really does. Simon Smith has a
I-
hard
hopefully-
mode
hopefully I'm-
suggestion.
Oh, you passed it. It's 2011.
Oh, did I? Sorry, I've never seen it.
Oh, we already made. The game's over. We
Yeah.
made the path. Yeah.
I know, but it is the law. You have to.
I see. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad that I wasn't making up that Natalie Portman was in this. That would be unfortunate. Very anticlimactic.
Oh, it's either that or the other movie that came out that year that had the same premise.
Yeah.
I think it was like Friends
Friends
with
with
Benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie. Once again, I just know of it because I really like Greta Gerwig, and she's in it. We did it.
We did.
I'm
Who
curious.
was the girl
Back
in
to
this
us.
movie? Oh yeah, it was Jennifer Garner. I thought there was
I know-
Christy
yeah.
Swanson. I knew there was another girl in this that I was like, I know
okay.
who you are.
Now, I know we've been on for a minute, but I'm intrigued by Simon Smith's hard mode suggestion.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
How are we feeling? We down for one last ride?
I say you could do one more, and then we should
Yeah.
probably start segueing out.
Agreed.
'Cause I
One
need to
last
eat
time.
food.
Well, hey, I gotta eat too.
John Wayne to Neptune Frog.
Oh,
That's.
I
going to
don't
be
know anything about
impossible.
either of those things.
I know
That-
who John
okay,
Wayne is.
sure.
I've never heard of
That's
Neptune
going to be
Frog.
actually okay. It's a movie that came out in Sundance this year. It is an African it's an Afrofuture sci-fi musical.
Does it?
But
do
it
I
was
know anything about
produced.
anyone who's in it or who made it?
No, every director, the director and all the actors, it was their first time in a film. But Lin-Manuel Miranda produced it.
Okay, all right. I
So-
can. All right.
Okay,
we can
now we have
Lin
some-
Miranda.
So if we and I think Ezra Miller also produced it.
Oh,
So
Yeah, they're great.
Great.
Okay. Anyways,
but the movie's good. I like the movie a lot. It's very
Start with
weird.
yeah,
movie.
I don't
McHugh.
hold the art against it.
let's start with McHugh.
But if we
What?
can get to
if we're,
I
I
if
have
we're gonna
not
get
seen
there,
a single one of these movies, so
let's
I need
let's go
help.
to McHugh, which was up top.
can
Oh,
I
is
call
it?
my grandpa?
No.
I don't
Okay.
know. We got to do this the right way. Just doing that because it's late era and it's a late era that
Yeah. Also Simon also, yeah, Saul Williams, who's I think a writer, is in a movie with Kevin Spacey. Another
Mhm.
just great person.
Okay, Animal Guard. Interesting.
Okay. I
Blue
still don't know
Gulager.
who any of these people are. I don't know who any of these people are.
Well, let's
Well,
look
you
at
should-
directors.
Aside from
Let's look
John
at-
Wick.
Oh,
right.
John Sturgis. I mean, we
Yeah.
can always
Oh,
go
John
there.
Go to-
Sturgis. Okay, I know
Yeah.
who that is. I know who
There we
that is.
go. Here we are. Now we're cooking.
LMM or Ezra?
I mean, The Great Escape, clearly.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the big one there.
7 people.
yeah, that's the big one.
Gunfight at the
go
OK
there.
Corral. Also,
Well, where do you want to go?
I say
no,
Great
definitely.
Escape because
I
because
agree.
it's-
I agree.
because we know that one sorta, and it's
Yeah.
not a western, so it breaks
Yeah.
us out of genre.
Richard
Hmm.
Attenborough, because then we can go like modern.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, we can get way current.
Yes,
yeah.
we can. Yeah, good call.
I mean, Jurassic
Ooh,
Park.
let me think about this for. Well, yeah,
feels
let's
like
go
the
there.
obvious one, but also Elizabeth could be.
Sure.
Wait, is that the Kate Blanchett one, or is that a different one?
Yeah, right. Hold on.
Jurassic Park Chaos Island.
Yeah, Hamlet is Kenneth Branagh. Hamlet is Kenneth Branagh,
Yep.
so we always have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. Let me think. Hold on. Thinking.
Okay. Well,
Okay, do you want me to? Sorry, I thought I almost had it.
wait.
where to put-
Okay, wait. If we can get to wait. I feel like I'm really
I think
close.
scrolling down will just get us backwards.
No. Okay, I think I might have it. I might have it. Okay,
Yeah.
so Elizabeth to Kate Blanchett to Thor Ragnarok, then and then we can get to. I mean, are we allowed to go to Kevin Feige? But then we can go to
We could go to
Andrew
Taika
Garfield.
Waititi, couldn't we?
We
Oops.
could,
Thor
but then
Ragnarok.
there's also
Ah.
Andrew Garfield as a potential.
Exactly,
Then
that's what I was
Yes,
trying to
Tick, Tick, Boom,
actually, yeah,
Tick Tick Boom, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. I go to Kate Blanchett. Then where?
I'm always going
right-
one film at a time, so you're beyond me.
So
We could always do The Simpsons.
we could.
We could just
I
go to
have,
The
like-
Simpsons. Lin-Manuel Miranda had to have done a voice on The Simpsons at one point as himself.
We want to take the shot. I know Kevin
wait,
Feige's
so-
also done a voice on this.
Ah, there you go.
I mean, here it's up to you. I mean, we'd have to come through that
We'll go
There's
with
also
whatever.
that cast list a lot.
yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. Did we want to take the time? I feel like Thor Ragnarok is the play.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
already
Even
discovered
easier
the
for one,
path,
don't
so-
even want to do Feige. Let's go Benedict Cumberbatch to Spider-Man No Way Home, Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Neptune Frost. I think that's it.
Wait. Where was I supposed to go?
okay.
Thor Ragnarok. So then now that we're here, Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's in
Benedict
Thor
Cumberbatch to No
Ragnarok?
Way Home. Is he not in isn't he in it?
In Thor Ragnarok?
He's in
Oh,
the,
he is. That's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oops.
I forgot.
So then Cumberbatch to Spider-Man. And then and then now Garfield. Yep. Okay.
Nice. Nicely done.
We did it.
Nicely.
Okay, yeah. Now I have to see how Garth did it. Here's how I did. John Wayne to The
Oh my
Longest Day with
God.
Robert Wagner, who's in
Garth.
Austin Powers and Goldmember with Kevin Spacey, who's in K-Pac. Yeah. Garth's just out here embarrassing us. Well
It's
done.
impressive. It's impressive.
You got Eric to clap, as we learned.
I
earlier,
know,
not
yeah.
a clapper.
The thing, well, here's the thing. Garth is actually present, so to speak, digitally, so he can appreciate it. Unlike unlike the Daniels who weren't present when I clapped at Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes. And then
Was
Neptune
it?
Frost.
Wait. Yeah. Here we go. Boom. Did it.
Boom. We
Neptune
beat
Frost.
it, Simon. And also,
Nicely
I really
done.
like this movie. Take a look at that first image. Oh, okay. If you can,
Oh.
take a look at that first image. It's a wild movie. I guess this is the trailer, but yeah, it's a crazy looking film. I like it a lot.
It looks nuts in all the good ways.
Uh-huh.
Hell
One of
yeah.
my favorites out of Sundance. But anyways, this has been a fun return. I
Thanks
think
for having
we're
me.
wrapping it up. And yes, thank you so much, Eric, for coming on to the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the chaos energy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
Sorry if
chaotic show.
Yeah, sorry if I put things off track.
No,
Have
this was intended to be a return to form in the most unhinged way possible.
Put things off track. You've been on the show before, Eric, right? Like, there is no track.
I have, but I just don't know whether it's because of me or if it's the nature of things. So
Definitely the nature thing. Yeah, Brandy.
Fair.
There are no tracks in the basement.
Fair enough. Cool.
But
Well,
thank you
I
also
mean-
the chat for
Yes,
just a
thank you so
lovely
much,
return.
everybody.
Thank you, chat.
But and thank you to Garth and Brandy again for donating. We appreciate it a lot, and we'll be doing a thingy, a watch along in May at some point.
Yes.
Maybe next week, maybe not. We'll
We
have
will
a poll.
definitely curate a very well structured episode for next week. Promise.
How can people find
No.
out when they can join the watch along, Trevor and Mara?
Please follow all of us on social media. The tags are in the description box, including for Eric. And also, he put it on his little thing that I did also the name on the screen.
I didn't.
Yours
and
is
I
in the
won't.
description box. It's fine. I got you. But yes, we will be putting out more details. So great to be back. Thank you so much, everybody.
It is.
I have nothing more to offer. Anybody else?
I'm no offer. As the Godfather.
Then let's get the hell out of here. Thanks, y'all.